Hello everyone, we are set 13 group 2. Today we will talk about challenges and solutions for young people's housing, aligning with SDG 11. This is a short summary discussion today. Let me started.
Hello everyone, welcome to this discussion. Today we are going to talk about a topic that makes all young people stressed, buying a house.
Yes, for our generation, owning a house is not only to shelter from the wind and the rain, it represents a basic right and is the cornerstone of family stability.
That's right. This is actually closely related to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 11. This is not just about building houses, but also about building inclusive, safe, risk-tolerant, and sustainable cities.
Simply put, SDG 11 focuses not only on giving you a house, but also making you affordable, living well, and the community healthy.
Inclusion and safety are mentioned here. What exactly does this mean?
One of its core indicators is to ensure that everyone has access to adequate, safe, and affordable housing. Note that affordable and basic service are emphasized here. If a young man sacrifices all his quality of life in order to buy a house and even falls into a dangerous debt, it's not in line with the spread of SDG 11.
When it comes to affordable, I think this is the biggest point.
Yes, let's look at a set of data. According to the latest national statistics, house price has risen by about 80% in the past decade, but young people's wages have only increased by about 20%.
This is the so-called serious imbalance.
Today we are going to talk about a heavy topic. 2 years ago, I saw what on the internet asking young people today, do you think you can buy a house before the age of 30? As a result, 80% of people chose impossible. And I found that the problem now isn't only that I can't afford it, but I don't even have the qualifications to get started.
That's right. Financial institutions are very strict in approving loans. This involves a quite challenge we are going to talk about today, the difficulty of obtaining financial loans.
Many people think that young people don't buy houses because even if we save money, the down payment speed cannot keep up with the price increase in house prices.
Moreover, there is a shortage of houses in the market that we can afford. In order to pursue high profits, developers are more willing to build high-end apartments, which leads to a mismatch between supply and demand.
This reminds me of a typical case in our research, Sarah.
Do you want to tell us about Sarah?
Sarah works very hard but carries a heavy debate burden due to college student loans, credit card debates, and a living cost. She has very little money left every month.
Because of the high debt ratio, Sarah is applying for a housing loan. The bank considers her to be a high-risk customer.
Moreover, we find that Sarah, like many young people, doesn't want to manage money, but lacks financial and property literacy. Why do young people fall into this dilemma?
I think there are two reasons. The first is external factors. Market supply is not malignant, and developers tend to build high-profit luxury houses instead of entry-level housing that young people need.
The second is the internal factors from the perspective of young people. The lack of financial planning is fatal. Many people have no sense of saving in the first few years after graduation. When they want to buy a house, they find that their credit record and the down payments are not up to standard.
In addition, according to the official data on fraud and illegal lending, many young people who are eager to buy a house or pay off their debts are prone to financial schemes due to lack of common sense.
In the face of these challenges, we need to propose practical solutions based on SDG 11.
First of all, I think community design is very important. We need to inclusive housing. This is not only about building cheap houses, but also promoting social integration instead of isolating low-income housing on the edge of the city. It should be integrated into the city center so that young people can enjoy the resource of the city.
Agree. Next is financial literacy education. We can't live without financial management knowledge. At the policy level, we need to improve policy and supervision.
That's right. To achieve SDG 11, we need the government to improve policies, the public to crack down on fraud and educational institution to popularize knowledge. Of course, we young people also need to improve our planning ability. Hopefully, if these measures are implemented in 2030, I believe that young people's performance in inclusive and sustainable housing can be improved. The house is no longer a debate, but the starting point of happiness.
At that time, the data we hope to see is that the ratio of house prices to income will decline, the home ownership rate of young people will increase, and the community will be more diversified.
Okay, thank you guys. That's all of our radio today. Thank you.
In conclusion, by 2030, young people are expected to experience improved access to affordable and adequate housing, with higher homeownership rates reflecting better financial preparedness. They will demonstrate stronger financial literacy, responsible debt management, and effective savings habits, enabling them to participate actively in diverse and inclusive communities. Thank you for your listening.